Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. How are you? Good to see you. I know what you're thinking. What's he doing here? It's Saturday. I know. I'm as surprised as you are, to be honest with you. It's a little bit weird. Yeah, it's Saturday. Very excited to be here. I had to get some of the excitement out earlier on, so I've been and done my morning park run. New PB at the local
tell us
course.
what you did.
I did the Hackworth course, which is my local run, tough one. I did 21 minutes, 13 seconds. I got to ring the course bell as well. You get to ring the bell there if you do a PB. So I did that, got home, new waistcoat on for the show.
Looking dapper.
Looking dapper, and I'm super excited. We are here for not only Make It Saturday in a couple of hours' time, which I'm super excited about, and I'll tell you all about that as we go through this show, but we're kicking off with an amazing craft along, and it's the craft along that I personally have been looking forward to the most in the world ever.
Is that right?
Yeah, because I've done a lot of craft alongs through the years. You know, I've watched from afar, I've taken part in them as well, and I've crafted along with many greats in the world of craft. But today, I'm really excited about this particular craft along because it is a craft along with someone who of course I love and adore, but also someone who has never done a craft along before, so she's got to fill the hour. It is the one and only Sara Davies, first time craft along.
Yes, it is my first time doing the craft along. I was in for Make It Saturday.
Yes.
And then they scheduled somebody else in to be on the craft along, and I was like, guys, I'm coming in on Saturday. I can totally do the craft along. And they're like, no, we don't think you can. We don't. The problem with me is, you know, I just do everything on 10 speed.
Yeah.
I'm going to slow it down. We've got an hour. This is what we're doing, guys, right? Now, I've chosen a colouring craft along. Come on, get in a little bit closer, Sam. I want to show them what we're going to do, right? Now, yes, it might look like, oh, that's really easy, that's colouring, right? However, what I need you to understand, right, is this is the stamp of all of the books, right?
Right.
Where is the worm?
Where is the worm?
Asking, where's the worm? Here is the stamp with the worm. So what we've got to do is, I've got to teach you how to stick the worm on top of the books all in one go. And it's a technique that I remember learning right early when I got into crafting. That's a masking technique, okay? So it's a masking technique, and I'm going to teach you. Now, if you're going to be crafting along live with me, and please do, I promise I'll go slow, right? I promise we'll do it slowly together. Please craft along with me. It would make my day to know that you're crafting. And I just want to say, you crafting along with us at home, and a telfie. A picture, a selfie of you in front of the telly with me and Ben crafting and you doing that. It would honestly, if I can get 10 craft along telfies, my life will be made today, right? I'm just putting it out there, manifesting it, 10, right? So, better tell you, pointy finger coming in, better tell you what you're going to need, right? Obviously, you are going to need those 2 stamps, right? So you're going to need the 2 stamps that are on there. We're also going to need the die that we're going to do, because we're going to make it into a bookmark, Ben.
Yep.
You're going to need the papers from the Bookworm collection,
yep.
right? You will need an alcohol ink pad, right? So I'm using the Finesse alcohol proof. So it doesn't matter what colour it is, but you'll need one of the alcohol proof ink pads. You're also going to need some of the paper to stamp on, so you'll need your Nina cardstock or your alcohol pen cardstock or whatever. If you want to do a little bit of inking around the edge, I'm using the Chinese red for that one. But you will also need, equipment-wise, I will walk you through this, you are going to need your stamping platform, your masket tape, you're going to need your scissors, your foam pads, your tape pen, your scoring board, some pretty standard stuff there, okay? So I've got everything ready. That is what I want you to go and get out. And you know what? Even if you're a little bit, because you'll catch us up a little bit. So if you want to pause it now, run and get that stuff, come and craft along with me live. I've got my gear. We're going to learn the masking technique first. And I'm going to do it with you 3 or 4 times, because you're probably not going to get it right the first time. Don't worry, right? So we'll do it 3 or 4 times together. Once you've got a perfect one, we'll then cut that out into the lovely bookmark shape. Then we'll all do some live colouring together. Is that a plan, Mosby?
Sounds like a plan, Davies. She's eking it out. Place your bets in the comments. How long are we going for in this craft along?
It's an hour's show, Ben. I'll be here crafting for an hour until 2 o'clock. Just you watch.
That's my panic. Type in the, that's a little sweepstake, everybody. Type in the comments.
You've got a sweepstake going! No way have you got a sweepstake going on this. minutes.
Yeah, 6 minutes. Put in the comments how long you think we're going to go on this. Is Sarah going to go the full hour? Let us know. We've got Radical Rachel on the socials. Alicia Gordon says, good morning. I've just got the Bookworm collection, so this is perfect because I have not touched it yet. Well, there you go, you see. Pebbles St Leonard says, hello Pebbles, and hello, love to create. Says, good morning, Sarah, Ben, team, community, and all from Florida. I hope all is well with you all and you're having a great Saturday. We are. Trudy's in. Karen's in. Karen Eberling says, I normally can't watch live Saturday mornings, but I'm glad I'm here today. Well, we're glad you are here. Lynn Harvey says, hi, Ben, Sarah, the amazing CTV, the wonderful social superstar, and everyone. Sensational Sky joins us. Joe Williams is in. And Lynn Harvey says, the Bookworm card is fabulous. I love it. Lynn Bledsoe says, hello.
Are you making it, though? Are you making it with me, Lynn, is what I want to know. I know you think it's fabulous, but you've got to make it. I was chatting with Lynn at the NEC last Saturday. She pulled up a picture of me and her about 15 years ago.
Really?
In the same spot. Yes, we hadn't changed a bit, except I had short hair.
I'm watching, but I couldn't get up in time to craft along, says Lynn. I'll have to do it later.
No, Lynn. It's not an excuse.
Oh.
You've got time to craft along. Go and get the gear now, hit pause, and come catch us up.
Karen says, good afternoon. Looking forward to this. First craft along I've been able to do in real time for ages. So Catherine is.
Send a telfie.
We've gone big on the Telfies again. We've had loads yesterday, so everyone's getting the hang of this. You know what to do. Picture of you in front of your TV screen, and then send it in to us, and we'll show it on the show. And as far as by the way, I am going to be doing a bit of crafting with Sarah, a bit of colouring and whatnot. As far as how long people think Sarah's craft log is going to take, Doreen, 22.5 minutes.
Oh, Doreen, you have little faith, Doreen.
And it gets worse. Carol Byrne, 15 minutes.
Well, I'm here for a whole hour.
Oh dear. Right, we're going to get into this as per usual. So we're live and interactive. Anything you want to ask, please do ask. Anything you need recapped, please ask. We are here to just have a lot of fun with you guys over the course of the next 50 minutes or so. So let's get into it, Sarah.
Right.
What do we need to do first?
Okay, so when you are masking, okay, what you need to do first of all is mask the thing that's going to be on the top, right? So look at this little guy here, right?
Yeah.
We've got the books, and I'm going to get my stamps out ready, right? So we've got said lovely books.
Yeah.
There they are, right? And we've got the worm. So we've got the books and we've got the worm.
Yeah.
Right? The worm is on top of the books.
Yes.
So we need to stamp the worm first, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to get your worm. Now, because he's going to be a mask, we also need to stamp it onto the masket tape. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we'll stamp our mask and we'll stamp the worm onto the masket tape.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now, have you got some masket tape over there?
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah.
Have you really? Because I didn't put you some over there.
Sarah.
I will happily provide you with a little bit of masket tape. Do you know what? Somebody's torn this.
Well, it won't be.
What a pain. What
a pain.
It might have actually been me rushing on one of the shows once, so maybe I won't go too
I did
heavy.
say, like, last time someone used that to fold it over like you do with, like, your rolls of tape.
Yeah, that's exactly what you should do.
You see,
right.
then you don't have this problem.
Right, here we go. Right, so there's a little bit of the masket tape.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Oh.
It's all right, because it's just a little bit... It's just like a big roll of masking tape,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, here you go. You have a little bit.
Right, thank you.
I'll have a little bit, right?
Wish me luck.
Right,
I'm a knitter now, not a paper crafter.
Let's have a little... Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to stamp it onto it, because we don't have to position it, right? So I might get one of me rocker blockerers.
Rocker blockerers?
Yep, here we go, yes! Right, so I'm going to stamp this up, and it doesn't matter what ink you do it in, because we're not actually going to colour it in. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to stamp our lovely little bookworm, right?
Okay.
And you're going to stamp him. I think I might stamp him. Can I fit two on here? Why do I need two, Sarah? We only need one.
So he's going onto the masket tape, yeah?
He's going onto the masket tape, and then you're going to come in with your scissors. Now, here's the thing, guys. You need to cut it right to the edge.
Oh,
okay?
never.
So it needs to be a perfect cut. And actually, I'll give you a nice little tip here, right?
Yeah.
Needs to be to the edge down here. Doesn't need to be the edge round here, because it's only near the bottom. So cut your edge perfect like this. Don't worry about cutting the top perfect. Oh, that's a belt and tip.
Belt and tip?
Yeah.
Can we get that on the screen, please? Belt and tip, man.
Belt and tip. I've only just thought of it. Normally I sit and cut the whole thing out, right? So there we go. That's the only bit that you need to cut out
The bottom
perfectly.
the bottom bit.
The bottom bit, because
Right.
we're not masking over here, it's only this little bit here that's been masked, right?
Can I borrow them scissors?
Yes, you can borrow my scissors, not
Thank
a
you.
problem.
Because I've got the big ones. I think it might eat.
Come and get them cut out perfectly. I'm
Thank you.
watching.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
No, you
Right.
right. You carry on.
Right, so I'm going to leave that there and let's do our regular stamping, right? And is this where I'm supposed to wait for everybody to catch up?
Well, kind of, but you.
Well,
I
yeah,
think.
but what I'm going to do instead, right, is I'm going to do it 3 or 4 times.
Right,
You
okay.
only need to do it once.
No, is that right?
So, and I'm talking to you at home, not old Ben. Although he only needs to do it once as well. So you only need to do it once. I'm just going to do it 3 or 4 times to give everybody the chance to see it a few times. So don't worry if you're actually crafting and watching, right? So I'm going to put my base down here,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to take that stamp and just let me make sure I don't get any shadow bits. Right, so I'm going to position this, first of all, he's going to be there, all right? So you place your stamp down.
Right.
I'm going to pick it up and then we're going to give that a nice little stamp. Now I've gone with rustic brown just because it's a little bit different from always stamping in black, but you must have an alcohol-proof dye ink, okay?
Good.
Because we're going to do our colouring with our Spectrum Noirs. We're going to use our tri-blends.
Right.
So you're going to stamp that bad boy, down he goes, all right? There he is. Oh, look, I've missed a bit of his eye.
Oh, his eye's gone.
Don't worry, because we're using the stamping platform, so we just re-ink up around his eye, pop him back in place, go and make sure we stamp the bit that we missed. Now, he is perfection personified, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the clever bit, right? You're going to take your mask and you're going to stick your mask exactly over the top.
Okay.
There it is, right? So your mask goes over the top of your stamp. Then you get ready to come in with the next one. I would love to know in the comments,
Yeah.
who's maybe's never done this before. I remember when somebody taught me this at a craft show and I was like, that's so clever.
It's a really cool
I've
effect.
never known that. So have you ever done this before, Benjamin?
Benjamin, I have never done the masking technique before, so I'm levelling up my skills today.
Levelling up your skills, right. So what we're looking at, so you've got, can you see? In fact, I'm going to do it like this. So there's all the books, right? So use this bit. We want the books to sit, we want them to sit on the top of the books, right? So essentially what we're going to do is we might lose the first couple of books. No, actually we can have them. We can have the first couple of books. So we're going to be underneath there. And then it's going to sit as though that book is on top of the other ones, right? Now I'm looking at this and I'm realising I'm going to actually have a little bit of this book stamping over here and I don't want it. So I'm going to pop an extra little bit of mask down. Let's have a little look. So in a real world life, let's have a think
Real
about
world
this.
life, yeah.
That one would be stood on top of this book. It's going to be underneath. So that's going to come on top. So that would be, or would it be on top of this top one? No, it could be on top of that one there, couldn't it? Yeah, it could be on top of that one there. So all I don't want is this little bit of book shown down. So if we stamp that there, we lose that little bit of book there. Yeah, and I'm going to just cover over this little bit down here. Can you see there? So I don't want that little bit of book down there. So I'm just putting a bit of extra masking tape to cover that little bit that we don't want, right? Now I know I can place the actual stamp there.
So I need, like you, can I just have a little tiny bit of masking tape? So I think I know what I'm doing here.
Do you?
It's a tiny, yeah, just that'll do.
Yeah, you see what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
because that top book,
Yeah.
I just didn't want that extra little bit of top book coming out over the side.
Yeah.
So I'm going to position that down, hold that down there, all right? But notice how I use this to do my positioning first before I got my stamp down, right?
Yeah.
Let's have a little look so then we
This is
pick
quite
up.
exciting, this.
Are you absolutely buzzing?
I am buzzing.
I can tell. Isn't it brilliant when you learn a new technique like this?
Oh, absolutely.
Right, so we're going to ink all of this up, right?
It's about there.
And then I'm going to stamp these books. Come on, books. I'm going to stamp you down there.
Now, and it doesn't, like, if if this doesn't quite go right, obviously.
Doesn't matter, we're going to do a couple to
Exactly,
get it perfect.
exactly right.
So, once you've stamped the books, right, we take off our bit that we've masked. Yeah, now you're talking, you see. Now, as we're doing a couple, because I want to get it perfect, I'm feeling like he's a little bit lopsided over to the left, right? What I might do on this one is I might try another one, and I'll just highlight this on here so you can see, right? I'm thinking he might sit better on top of this book here.
Yeah.
Can you see? So I'm going to lose all of this bit out. So I'm going to try it again with that. And this is why I've said we'll take our time so that you can learn a couple of different ones,
Because
right?
I think out of this craft along, Sarah, the colouring and this technique is what's going to take you the time, isn't it?
Yes,
Out of everything.
exactly. So let's take the time and get this perfect, right?
She's done 15 minutes, by the way, everybody. This could be the hour. Carol Byrne, yeah, you're 15 minutes. You're out of the sweepstake.
Right. Look, by the way, you don't always have to use the top on top of this. I'm going to just use the rocker block on top of this time.
Okay.
So you do have to then get it perfect first time. Right, there we go. So let me show you how it's going to be different. So whereas on this one, I had them top 2 books, I think I'm going to ignore these top 2 books, right? So I'm going to instead sit them on top of that book there. So I'm going to sit them there instead. Yep. So I can see, so it's going to be a smaller pile of books, but it's going to be a slightly different look, okay? So we just come in again, and I'm going to pop our little guy over the top so we know we're protecting all of our stamp bits. That's going to be on the top there, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to cut myself another little bit of masket, because looking at this, what I'm worried about is if I pop that on there. Yeah, right, so I don't want all of this coming through here.
Now, for a first effort, I'm happy with that.
Ah, yeah.
Well, let me show you it on your camera. But what's happened is my stamp, and I've used a 6x6 stamping paper, so I can't really go back in. But it's worked, but it just hasn't stamped properly. That's worked, hasn't it?
That's worked. Look, he's done all right there.
I've just missed a bit of the stamp.
Yeah, I think you've done all right. I mean, you've now given the giveaway that I'd already pre-die cut your
Oh, that's fine.
thing for you. Here, go and take another bit of paper and go and have another go.
Yeah.
You're doing really well.
Thank you.
And now you can get it perfect.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah?
Thanks, Sarah.
Right, so can you just, because it'll be good for you to learn this, come in here.
Me?
Come in here and have a look, yeah.
Yeah.
So can you see there? So as I'm moving this now, I'm going to lose these top 2 books. I want you to try that as well. So I'm going to sit that 3rd book on top of these 2. But then, can you see, I want rid of all of these extra books down here. We don't need to see that from there. So I'm going to take that across there just to further mask it off a little bit. Right?
Gotcha.
There we go.
Gotcha.
Here we go. Right, so books in. We're going on top of that 3rd one. I think that's where we're going to pop it. Happy with that. And I really hope people at home are having a go with this masking.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect first time, guys. It's the technique. You're going to come away from today having learned a brilliant new technique and then doing some amazing colouring in together, right?
Watching this with interest, as I don't have all the equipment, says Denise. Yeah, it's on order, but the sweepstake may also include if Sarah sticks to the plan. She's going well so far, if I'm being honest. I'm making it, says Em. I set my alarm so I wouldn't miss it. It's only just after 5 here, so I'm not in any condition for a telfie, but maybe a pic of my work in progress. Send them in.
Nice, please do, yes. Look at that, I'm dead chuffed with that.
That's really good.
Do you know what? I'm going to go for it now.
What?
While everyone's catching up and whatnot, while we're still learning on these techniques, I'm going to get myself a bigger piece of paper, right? And I'm going to put a pile of books on.
A double pile?
Yep.
Hello.
So why not, right? So that's the one I'm going to use for my project. Looking good. Or do I want him slightly more centred? Might go slightly more centred. So I can do another one, right? Let's have a little look. Pop you on there. Like so.
Can I just tell you something, Sarah? This pleases me so much. According to Radical Rachel, Facebook viewers, we have officially reached a record high number of viewers for a craft along.
No!
And this is, be honest, I know you're watching for the project, but the real reason you're watching, we all know. We all know the real reason. Keep watching.
She's doing all right this
time. She is doing all right.
She's doing all right. Right, let's have a little look. So I'm going to need to mask off some books now because I'm going to stamp and then mask the books. Right.
Right.
So there we go.
I'm really enjoying this because this is a slightly, I think, different craft along, certainly to the ones I've been involved in. But like you say, it's all about trying a new technique and just like trial and error, isn't it? Giving it a go. If it doesn't quite work out, have another go and keep going.
Exactly that. Right, I'm going to need my little scissors back.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to try this technique as well, by the way?
Let me try and do one set of books first. Oh, come on. Give me a chance.
Here, you take that. I'll stamp you one just in case you do decide to try it.
As I said,
right?
I'm a bit more of a knitter now than a paper crafter, so I'm a bit out of my comfort zone.
I did bring my knitting in today as well, in case we get any time in between the shows.
I didn't bring my knitting in today. I left it at home.
Mine in.
It's by my armchair. Can you believe that? I'm 45 and I've got knitting by my chair. I don't know
what can I say? Oh, he's a converted crafter. Right, so I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to just cut the bottom of these books really nicely. I haven't done this, by the way, guys. This was an impromptu trial in the start of the thing, so let's just hope this goes all right.
Hey, we're all friends here, Sarah.
Right, so there's me books. I only need to cut the neat bit at the bottom. Right, so here we go. There's the little dude, right? Little dude. Let me stick you on. And you see, you can keep using the same mask over and over.
Yeah.
Okay? Right.
So you could just keep that in the packet with all your stamps, right? So that you can use it time and time again.
Absolutely. Right. So, where's my... Right, so...
Jennifer, just to say, yes, the bookworms are on sale. We haven't got a full bundle, I believe, but you can buy all of the items individually. If you shop the shop the day, you'll see all of the individual items there, so you can make your own collection. And also on the website, just to let you know, this weekend we're doing a mix-it-up weekend. So we've got loads of great deals priced at 5, 10 and 20. So a good opportunity for you just to kind of have a look there, pick up some bargains and mix it up just a little bit this weekend. But yes, everything is available. Just head to the website and you can make your own little bundle.
Right. Oh, look what I'm going to do here. I've got that positioned perfectly, so I'm going to put my stamp over where I want it.
Yeah.
Oh, hello. Belt and tip this.
Belt and tip this, like, man.
Belt and tip this, right? And then I'm going to pick it up onto there. So now if I move this out, that should be exactly where I want it. Let's do a little bit of a shadow stamp and just check. Yeah, that's exactly where I want it, right. So, now we come in. I've even got nice, in my ear of producer Nicola. She likes that, don't you know? It's a good one. She's impressed.
22 minutes, guys, 22 minutes.
Oh, she is smashing it. Smashing it. Right, so, then you come in with your second mask. Here it is, right? And I'm going to pop these over there. So we know we're masking all of that, right? Then, let's have a little look. Where's me pile of books? So we're going to put more books. Let's put more books onto here like that. Yeah? Mm-hmm. That would be, can we pile them on top of these? Do you think we can chance pile on top of that set of books there?
Yeah, you go for the biggest pile of books in the world ever.
Or are we just going to go onto this pile? Let's just go onto that book there. Right.
Just whilst you're doing that as well, Jennifer says, afternoon from a rainy Northern Ireland. It's lovely seeing Sarah back and getting Ben involved. I've been a fan for 15 years when my aunt introduced me to card making. She unfortunately passed away last August, but I know she would have loved this collection. Here's to more craft-alongs from the lovely Sarah. And Jilby says...
Do you know what? If you guys like this, I might be allowed to come back again.
That's it. Tell us how much you loved it. And Dilby says, when I first started with crafters, I accidentally got a couple of rolls of masket instead of hold and release for paper piecing. Now I know how to use it.
It's looking good. We had our first Telfie, and Nicola says.
First Telfie.
Okay, so we've had one. Guys, remember I said I wanted 10. Even if you're not crafting along, just send us a Telfie to show us you're watching. Yeah,
you were brilliant at it yesterday, so please do. Doreen says, I'm also out of the sweepstake. Yes, you said 22 and a half minutes, Doreen, didn't you? So, yep, you're gone. 23 minutes 50.
Ready?
Go on.
Are you ready for this, right? So, take off the pile of books. Oh, stop it! How good's that? Right? And then we'll take our little bookworm off the top. Yes, that's so good. And do you know what? You could keep going, and I'm just going to do it as a point of principle here, just so that I could show you. So we could put these down, and we could keep going. Actually, we can move this whole thing up. Give us a little bit more room, right? And I'm going to put that layer of books back on. So where's my... Do you know, everything's in front of me and I'm still... Right, here we go. So them down there.
This is so much fun.
Isn't it?
I've got to tell you, it is a lot of fun.
It's loving it. And also, not only that, right? But are you dead chuffed that we've learned something completely different today?
Absolutely.
About how to mask. That was my vision. I wanted to think, do you know, if it's my first craft along, yes, I was just going to do what you all would have expected of me, a typical Sara. Let's do a construction card and something quite advanced construction-y. And I will do them sort of things, I promise, right? But I thought, no, let's go and teach them something they wouldn't expect from me.
Yeah.
Let's show everybody how to do that masking technique, all right?
The masking technique will really open many possibilities with other stamp sets too. So much fun. Yes, that's a great point, Mary Pat, and it is something, Sarah, isn't it? You can do with like multiple.
Brilliant for florals.
Yeah.
Oh, man alive, look at that. That's the biggest stack of books ever. How good's that?
He's going to get vertigo, that worm, in a minute.
And also, Sarah has successfully managed to fill 25 minutes.
She has. I see your tactic. I see
Teaching you a nice
your
technique.
tactic.
Right. Has that given people enough time to do their regular? Because look,
Yes.
there's our little mini pile of books. I'm a big bookworm. I like to do a lot of reading, right? Okay. So while I've got that, I'm going to now come in with the whatever this is.
The die.
Thank you. Yep, that's the word, the die. And let's die cut around that, right? Oh, damn it. Right. What I'll do is I'll cut you there, and we'll just cut the bookmark a bit shorter. Yeah? It's a craft along, guys. So it's not like I just took inspiration from I just took inspiration from this card here.
My stamps haven't quite stamped again, but that's 2 lots of books I've done there, which is
You're doing good though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you know what, Ben? You're going to ruin the illusion, though, that I'd already pre-stamped one for you just in case.
But before I did that, what I did do is I did just a normal version, and then I die cut out my little one. So that's the one I'm actually going to be colouring, obviously. That's the one.
He was doing that just as I arrived this morning, actually. Yeah. Get ready for the shows. Ben was busy doing that as practice.
I got here at 9, so to make sure I was thoroughly prepped.
All right. Were you crafting while you were running your park run?
Oh,
yes. Cut
out. I was
out.
so quick this morning, I stopped after each lap, stamped, then I went and ran, then came back, die cut, then I went and ran again. So, yeah, I'm so quick. That's what it is.
Oh, man, I'm annoyed with myself with that. In fact, I'm so annoyed with myself, I might do...
Do you want to have this one that I did, and then I'll have that one?
I've got the one that I did just in case
Ah,
I didn't get finished.
okay.
So can I use this one, right?
Yeah.
But you've seen me do that, haven't we? Right?
Yeah.
So we're all happy, right? Yes, ready to do some colouring, right? Okay, now when you're colouring, always put another sheet. So this is the scrap one that we did the practice on. Put another sheet behind, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to start off, you want your dark red, it's a nice colour to colour with, blue turquoise, another lovely one to colour with, get yourself a nice brown, so you could have an earth brown, there's earth brown shades, I think I'll go with earth brown blend, be nicer. Should we have a nice green in there?
Green.
Got a bit of alpine green, a nice one used in there.
What colour worm? What colour's your worm going to be?
Use a blue. I think I'll do me worm in a bit of jade green.
Green.
No, I might do him in alpine green, actually. Yeah, I'll do me worm in alpine green. Should we do him first? Got a nice green turquoise as well, actually. Right, so those are the pens I'm going to use, guys. I'm going to do me little worm first.
Worm first, yeah.
Oh, and we will need a grey, although you've got the greys over there. I'll have to borrow your grey for
What one do you want? Just the ice grey?
Yeah, I don't mind which one, as long as we have a grey. Right.
Okay.
Okay, so...
Are we having fun or what this morning?
I love it. I absolutely, thank you very much. And so that's an ice grey shades, that one, right? Just so you know. Right, so for his head, right?
Oh, you need a black
I want
as
you
well.
to, first of all, colour all over the base in the lightest shade.
Yeah.
All right? I'm also feeling the pressure here because I think I want to show people how you do a glasses technique that I've seen Leanne do, but I might not get it as good, but... Well, we'll just try it, should we?
A glasses technique?
Yeah, because he's got glasses on.
Ah.
Right, so just colour him, just ignore his glasses to start with, okay? So, there he is, right? So there's our alpine green worm, right? Your worm can be any colour you want.
Yeah.
Then, give him a little bit of shading, so he'd have shading underneath his, what do you call it, his neck. Yes, right? And if we haven't him just rounded, he'd be shaded around the outside. Yep, so you're going to put the dark colour around the outside like this. So a little bit like how Leanne taught you to colour cherries if you did her Academy of Colour, right? So there's the colour around the outside. And then little circular motions from the outside in. And what that does is we're bleaching the alcohol in the dark colour until there is like a complete obliteration.
Right.
And what you do is you go 2/3 of the way over the dark colour, not all the way over. I used to go all the way over, it's too much. 2/3 of the way over, so it bleaches that out, right? And then I'm going to give it on his little neck as well here. Right. Oh, I like it.
You've both gone quite... The problem of today, see, I normally feel for you when you're colouring, but now I'm colouring as well.
Now you're colouring.
So there could be some silence.
I've got no filler, right?
No.
So then we're going over with the lightest shade. We're going over the edge of where the medium shade hits. Doing a little bit of colour like that, right? And it will look rounded, but you must give it time for the alcohol pen to evaporate as well, right? So it's going to look better if you wait for it to evaporate. So you can see that, and you can see that's quite a harsh line where his body is, but that's quite normal. So what's going to happen, right? Now I'm going to come back to him to get his glasses sorted, right? So we'll do that in a little bit. What I will do, start on the top book. Oh, let's do his tail actually first of all. Right, so lightest colour first of all, always the lightest colour. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm using the bullet nib. You can use either the bullet or the brush, but what I would say is I chose the bullet nib, so the original tri-blends, not the tri-blend brush, because you need to do that, you need the point. You need to be able to get right into the point. So look at this, we would have darkest under there, coming right round, then let's put some dark down these scale bits.
Oh yeah.
Like this.
Do you know what? I'm kind of thinking now that you might be struggling to finish this in half an hour.
I love your lack of optimism for my... I know what a craft along is, you know. Like, I know how they work. I know we have an hour, and you complete a craft project in the hour. Like, you know, I did write the concept for the show.
Oh, it was you, was it? Oh.
Yeah. So...
No,
you might all not think I can do this, but you know, I can, guys. Have faith, right?
It's fine. There's the master plan, everyone. Don't worry.
There's a master plan. You guys just worry about joining in at home and keeping your selfies coming.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I might see if we can go a little bit closer.
I'll tell you what. I will just come back in a second and show you some of the selfies. Oh, look at me little worm.
How's your worm? Can I have a look at him? Come on, put him on.
Oh, sorry, where are you going? You need to tell me, Sam. Where do you want to go? Overhead? There he is.
Nice! Do you know what? You want your lightest one over the colour a little bit, and you missed his neck.
Oh, yeah, there's his neck.
His neck, right?
Could be, yes, he's wearing a jumper, mine.
Oh, right.
I'm going to put him in a jumper.
Give him a turtleneck. Right. You get gold colour on that. I'm going to start the book.
Pink.
Right? So what we're going to do is always all over with the lightest colour. So I'm using the dark reds. So this is the DRs, and I'm going over with the lightest shade on the DR. And this is where you're going to take your time to make sure that we don't go outside the lines, although if you do, I can teach you a little technique for how we can fix that as well. And I'll show you a nice thing at the end, which just finishes it off beautifully. I'm going to come right round here, and I'm going to get my nice base of colour down. So this is where you're getting the little bits perfect.
Okay.
There you go.
Just whilst we are watching you colour, I better show a few of these selfies, because there's loads apparently, did you say, Nicola? Oh, 4.
Oh, 4 down. No pressure, guys, but I said I wanted 10. So 4 down, 6 to go, but that's good. Still got half the show.
Karen, first one. Thank you, Karen Ebeling.
Oh, Karen's crafting along. Love it.
Whoop. Who else have we got in here? We have got, Radical Rachel. Here we go.
I want to see Radical Rachel.
Selfie.
Selfie. Woo-hoo.
2 screens there. Yeah, bonus points for you, Radical Rachel. And we've got our first animal selfie of the day, Holly Collie. She's having her licky mat there, apparently. There you go.
I love it when you've got us on the big telly.
Yeah.
I feel very privileged when I get to big telly status, like the living room big telly.
And the message from Alex Gerling, who's in the Midlands, says, Sara, I'm loving this. Please do more craft-alongs. There is Alex with her selfie.
Oh, I love it. Keep your selfies coming. Yes, I'll absolutely do more, I promise. Right. I think we might get a little bit closer up on here so I can explain what I've done there, right? So can you see? Yeah, it's coming in for the close, right? So there's my dark. I'm going to go with the mid ones a little bit. So I'm just going to go a little bit closer. Yeah. So I'm going to do over the dark into the mid. Yeah, so just coming right over that edge there. All these edge pieces. And it looks darker at the moment, but remember that alcohol will evaporate, right? So the alcohol will evaporate, which means we'll get a lot more of a blended shade coming in there. There we go. So that's our alcohol there. And then in with the lightest one. So you're going to go back over top of all of that. And again, so look how much lighter our little worm is now, because we've let it dry.
Yeah.
Given a little bit of time to let it dry. All right. There we go. So now I've got a slightly more three-dimensional book. It'll look even better when it starts to dry. So let's get in. Have you got a lighter, because you've given us the ice grey shades, have you got an ice grey blend by any chance as well? Because I need some slightly lighter ones. And while we're doing, you're just so busy concentrating, aren't you?
Ice grey blend.
Ice grey blend. Oh, I might teach you another colouring technique as well while I'm on. Thank you.
Thank you.
I might have another Belton tip.
Another Belton tip.
Yeah.
Let me read a few comments, because it doesn't matter if I don't finish it. It matters if Sara doesn't finish. You're doing good, Ben, says Pebble St. Leonard's. Thank you. I always like to have a go. So pleased I'm able to watch this demo, says Sparkly Sue. I have some of the masking tape and I didn't know what to do with it. Well, now you know. And Isabel says, Sara, you've given me the courage to attempt masking, as I've never done it before either.
Yes.
I would definitely have to put glossy highlights on his glasses, says Lynn. That would work.
Let's do that. Let's do that. What a brilliant idea. Lynn, I love you.
And PB Brewer Martin says, this is a fantastic craft along. I think the experimentation, practice and problem solving is what we all do to make the prototype we love and have for our sample.
Oh, thank you. Can I just tell you one thing before you read the next one?
Yeah.
I didn't like the differentiation in colour enough there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a bit of grey down the sides.
Right.
So I'm going to put the grey on over top, because bear in mind these are translucent, right? Because they're alcohol based. So the grey over the top is just going to deepen any shade. So actually I'm going to go a little bit harder still. So that was dark. Let's go even darker. Mid here, right? So I'm just popping the grey on over the top. Yeah, I'm going to love this a bit more. So I'm going to go in with the dark shades, grey on there, and then I'm going to go back over with the BTs.
Okay. I'll read a couple more comments, he says. Ooh. Morning, Sara and Ben, says Sharon. CTV fan from Charlotte, NC. I haven't been able to watch live in a month, but I'm glad that Sara is here. And Deanna says, I have faith that Sara will finish the craft along in 55 minutes with 5 minutes to spare.
I'll aim for that.
Yep. I think, to be honest, she's probably going to go all the way now, because it's like the colouring's taken a while, hasn't it? So, but that's fine. That's what we want.
I'm very conscious of the fact that I haven't talked to you a lot about what I've done here,
Yeah.
right? But I will when I get to another book and do the same technique over again, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So.
And just to say also, if you are crafting along, don't forget to send your pictures in, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, or alternatively, you can pop them into the I'm a Crafter's Companion group on Facebook, which I know lots of you already do anyway.
Right, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to pop a little bit of red down the sides of these. Just
Should have brought me reading glasses, but never mind.
Yeah, you'll be good, you'll be good. Right, so there's that. Right, so what colour should we do the next one? Let's do a bit of brown, right? I like the browns. This is earth brown blend, but I've also got earth brown shades. So I'm going to come in with a little bit darker. Oh, it was these ones underneath I was going to do in the brown. So let me just go along these. This is the problem, guys. I've got to be quiet when I'm doing the crafting.
I will.
No, you're fine. It's just as long as everybody knows I can't talk.
Okay. Annie on YouTube wants to thank you both for a get well soon card. Oh, Annie, yes. Sara
Annie,
sent you that
yes.
card, didn't you? When was that? A couple of weeks back now?
Was it that long
I think it
ago?
probably would have been.
Oh, yes, because it was before I went to the NEC.
Yeah. Annie, let us know how you are. Update,
yes,
please.
Annie, please.
But hopefully you are feeling a bit better, and hopefully that card that Sara made for you put a little smile on your face. That's marvellous that you've got that. Excellent news. Don't forget as well to come today. I know you guys probably are more au fait with Saturdays than we are, but Make It Saturday is coming up in just over an hour's time. Sara's going to be doing a craft clinic this afternoon on all things flower forming. So any questions that you've wanted to ask on that subject, please feel free to ask. I know we've got some flower forming goodies on the show, and also Sara is going to be making a bouquet on the show as well, aren't you?
She is making a bouquet.
So I'm very excited. Oh, and I'm hearing another Selfies come through. Is that number 5? We need 5 more before the end of the show to hit Sara's target, please. I'm just having a fun time here. Let me show you the Selfie. Who's this from? This is from Sarah Thompson in Tennessee. It's very early here, but I couldn't pass up this craft along with Sara. So, Sarah. Oh, I love your workstation there, so we can see that you're crafting along. I love the fact that you've got your desk vacuum there as well. Let me just get this desk vacuum with the googly eyes on. Bonus points for you, Sarah. There's Sarah, Sara.
I love it.
Yes.
Just colouring in the worms. Oh, do you know, I love to see people actually doing all of that.
So good, isn't it?
It is so good. So good.
And we thoroughly appreciate the fact that a lot of you, particularly our US viewers, you've got up at a ridiculously stupid early time on a Saturday. I mean, we appreciate you in the week when you're getting up early, but the fact that it's a Saturday when, you know, potentially you could be having a lie-in.
You could be having a lie-in.
You're up with us early, which is brilliant. So thank you so much, everybody. We appreciate you.
You can come back and watch this as many times as you want.
Yeah, exactly right.
So, you know, if you want to do this, there is no limit. This will be live, sticking there on Facebook and YouTube as long as you want it to.
That's it. So, you know, if you are feeling a little bit tired, feel free to come back later on and finish it off.
Yeah, we'll still be here doing the crafts along.
Yeah.
How's yours going, Ben?
It's good.
Yeah.
Nice bit of shading on that bit there, you can see. He's got a little purple turtleneck on. I think I'm going to do him a purple mortarboard as well. Little purple mortarboard to match up here.
Nice!
You know,
you do whatever colour mortarboard you want.
He's a funky worm.
Do you want me to show you what we're going to start and do with some of these books pieces on here? Right.
Yeah.
So where we've got the books, I'm just going to put a little bit of grey just on part of this, right? Not all of it. So just so that there's some white and some grey on there. Yeah. Little bits down here.
The colour.
Right, and then I can show you what we're doing with the eyes before I finish the rest, right?
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is, I normally do it... Oh, where's all the pens gone from here?
Oh, there.
They're over at your side, Ben. I'm just coming over to get a pen, so we'll have to watch what you're doing. Oh, no, where's all the rest of our pens?
No, over there.
Over there, right, next place. I'm on it, right. So, blender. The blender pen is the ideal one to do this with.
Okay.
There we go, there's my blender, all right? So what you want to do is take a bit of colour out. So when we want to take colour out,
Yep.
so you see this is right, it should have all gone through, right? What you actually do is you don't take it out, you push it through. So what we're going to do is we're going to push the colour through by layering on the blender pen, and it'll just push that colour through to the underneath, right? So you won't see any of it at the moment, because it's still wet, right? But the more it dries, the more it's going to push through. So I'm just giving that a little bit there, and it'll just clear that. And if I show you underneath, can you see where it's wet?
Oh, yeah.
So that's how, and it's even pushed it right through to the underneath. So just keep going, giving it that little bit of a push through to the underneath. And then also, while we're nice and wet like that, I'm going to come in with some sort of blue. So I've got a blue turquoise here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of blue, because these blue would be like the sheen on the glasses. Yeah, so you're just going to add a little bit of blue going through for the sheen on these glasses. And it's very subtle, right? But it's just that you want to be able, you want them glasses to look like they're a little bit different to what the rest of the glasses are. Oh, wrong end. So just pushing that, and you can see that there's the ink. Oh yeah, it's coming through nicely. So pushing that ink all the way through and just giving it a nice bleach, okay? And then while that's all pushing, I'm going to colour his mortarboard. Let's just get that green off the blender pen. You can always do that, by the way. Don't ever be frightened to use a blender pen on top of any other colour.
Yeah.
Because it'll always flush through. So can you see now that's flushed right through, so my blender pen's back to being clear. Yep. So now I'm going to do my mortarboard. So I borrowed your shades, Ice Grey Blend, Ice Grey Shade. All right. So here we go, is the dark one.
You've only got 15 minutes left, Sara. Ye of little faith over here.
Yeah, what can I say? You were taking the mickey out of it, proved you right wrong, didn't I?
You did prove me right wrong.
Yeah, it's because I wanted to teach that technique.
Yeah.
And also colouring. As soon as I'm colouring, man, we're slow as anything.
That's it. We need another hour.
Yeah. So, I'm loving it though.
Just whilst we're watching as well, I'll show you a couple more Selfies. These are brilliant.
How many are we up to now?
We need 2 more for the target.
Yes.
This is Little Bear. It says, hi Sara and Ben. Mum and I are crafting along with Easter cards because we're on a tight schedule to finish them, but we are enjoying crafting with you. So here is Little Bear, classic Little Bear in front of the TV.
Oh, love it.
That is brilliant on the big screen again. We appreciate that. And here's a name I recognise. Stephen Nicole. I'm loving the angle of your Telfie. This is brilliant. So you've got the worm on the big screen, and we just see a little bit of you in the corner there. It counts as the Telfie, Stephen.
Still counts as the Telfie, Stephen. Oh, he's even did exactly the same colour as me on the Bookworm.
That is brilliant.
I absolutely love that. That is looking fabulous. I'm loving this mortarboard as well now I'm getting into it.
And one more. Is this 8 or 9 then? I think this is 9. Oh, is it 8? Jill B. Thank you, Jill.
Yes! Will somebody save all of these?
Yes.
I think, is it all right with everybody if I do a post of these on Facebook later?
I'm sure that'd be all right, wouldn't
I
it?
would love to show all these people that have been crafting along.
On the record-breaking numbers.
Record-breaking numbers today, guys.
We've loved it. We've got 14 minutes left, Sara.
No problem. I'll finish my colouring and then
Okay.
I'll make it into the card in the last 14 minutes, right? Right, there's the mortarboard. So let's get the glossy highlights on his eyes. Oh, you haven't got a pokey bit on the top. Right. Glossy highlights coming in. Oh, yes. Stop it. That's so good.
This is where I realise I'm very slow at colouring, but like you say, exactly, I don't need to finish. And the good thing is if you are kind of behind a little bit on the colouring or whatnot, you can, like Sara said, just come back a little bit later on and just finish it all off. Because I suppose like the actual construction of the card, it's mainly just matting and layering, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just a tiny bit of matting and layering. We'll get all that done. We'll get that right. Right, I've got a couple of more books to colour though, because bear in mind I was doing a few. Do you want me to teach you that technique with the grey again?
Oh, go on.
Right. So what I'm going to do is this book here, right? I'm going to do it. I can't get it dark enough with the colour, so I'm going to come in with a bit of grey first. So I've got my dark grey around the outside, right? And into on the top here. So we're going the dark into the middle.
Yeah.
Right, into a mid grey here. There's my dark into my mid. I'm stepping down a couple more because I've gone down from the blend to the shade. So I'm going into the shade, so I'm going really light. So I've got the lightest one in here. Yep, there it is. And because we don't want to see where one colour ends and the next one starts, I'm going to colour it right over so the whole book's grey, right? So the whole book's grey with that bit of depth in the colour in the outside, right? Then what you do is you just come over with your other colours and colour your other colours on top, right? So I'm going to go with the blue on top now. So now my dark blue on top of there, all the way through, but it's going to be blue. So go dark blue into mid, into light.
Loving this, Sara, says Marnie. So cute. Karen says, Sara, you are doing really well. And BB Brewer Martin says, Ben, we are loving the Sara slowdown, but how is Sara feeling about it? I think she's feeling good, aren't you? You feeling good, Sara?
I'm doing all right. Look at that. So that is a whole dark shades of blue on the book there, even though it was only, we did all of that with just one shade of the
Yeah.
blue. Yeah, that's what's so clever about it. Right, get you one there with a bit of dark blue.
Melanie D says, colouring, lol. I've only just finished stamping. Well, it's not a race. So you take your time.
It's definitely not a race.
You take your time. And as I say, you can always come back and finish this later on. Particularly for our US viewers, as I say, who've got up, then you might want to have a little bit of a snooze and come back and finish it later. It's entirely up to you. Make sure you're here, though, in just over an hour's time for Make It Saturday. It's going to be awesome. We're very excited about that.
It most certainly is. You thought this show was good. Wait till you see what I've got planned for Make It Saturday.
Yeah, there's so many great demos. There's vote for the demo of the week, craft clinic. Oh, and you can win vouchers, can't you? Of course, just by watching. So comment along, and we could be giving you a nice little £10, $10 voucher for tuning in. So that's all good stuff. What a great idea for the glasses, says Vicky. It makes a huge difference. Thank you for showing that technique. And any chance of showing us in the future mirror image stamping, says Vicky Butterfield. Is that something we could do in the future?
You keep your requests coming in, and absolutely, I can go and learn how to do a mirror image stamp and then teach you guys.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, because I have never done that before.
Oh, well, there you go. We will learn and we will teach.
I can go and get one of our other craft experts to teach me.
Yeah.
And then I can teach you, or we can just get one of them to teach you, whatever, whatever it is. But yes, if there's other techniques that people are wanting to learn, let us know.
That's what we're here for, isn't it?
Do you know what? I'm going to colour these last 3 books in all grey, just for speed, and then take the colour over the top, right? So can you see they're all going to look a little bit dull? I think that's actually quite a good learning, though. I think people will see the technique from there. Right, so here's my dark shade, and the same on the top here. Dark shade around the bottom, and then the bottom there. Oh, I've done all my Easter crafting this week as well.
Have you?
Video. Yes, I've done loads.
Well, like home decor bits or like
home
cards?
Decor. No, I've done all sorts. I've done cards, I've done home decor, I've done all sorts. And I'll be absolutely showing you all on here.
Yeah.
So I've got loads of stuff to share with you.
Yeah, and that's going to be coming up in shows over the coming weeks, isn't it? Because I know you've been, like you say, you've been doing a lot of vids, haven't you, that we're going to show on upcoming shows.
I have indeed. Like in Beautiful Beginnings, we'll be doing some beginner ones.
Monday Makers.
In Monday Makers, we're going to be doing some more advanced ones.
Nice one.
So, right, let me just get all of these colours of this ready. Right, so colouring in a little bit of my books. Just realised that I've missed this dark one down here. Right, so you see, you're looking at that and thinking they're all grey books at the bottom. But then watch what happened when I come over with my green, right? Oh no, I've got green on green, so I'll have to have a different colour. Let's go green on, should we go blue again?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we've just had blue on top. Let's go red then. Right, so we'll just go red over the top. And it looks red, just a different shade of red, right? So you've still got the depth from the grey underneath.
Oh yeah.
It's just gone to a shade of red, yeah? And then we can go over with that, and we can come on with the jade green. Actually, let's go with blue, so I'm mixing up the colours. Then I can come on just with the blue, and just by doing the blue all over the top, we've got the shading from the grey, and then the blue just gives it the colour. So if you ever don't have a colour that you want,
yeah,
that's the easy way to do it, is just shade with the grey and then go over the top with the colour that you want to do it with.
Hi, says Susie T. You guys are doing such a good job. I'm loving watching Sara Colour, Susie T. And Jenny Finlow says, I'm loving the show today. It's the first time I've been able to watch on a Saturday. I've got some more selfies to show, loads more selfies.
Oh, nice.
Do you want to see them now quickly?
Go for it.
Okay, so here we are. A lady from my neck of the woods, all the way down in South Devon. It is Shazza in Torbados. There's Shazza. Absolutely love that. She says she's going to be crafting along a little bit later on this afternoon. That's a brilliant thing. You can come back whenever you want. The shows are going to be there for you. Who else have we got here as well? So this is Jen watching along, making a 60th wedding anniversary card, waiting for my Bookworm collection to come. So this is Jen Finlow. Yes, loving the look of your card there, and loving how organised your crafting space is, Jen. That is brilliant. And apparently I've missed one as well. Hang on. Oh, Joti. Is that the rabbit? Oh, hang on. So this says, this was gifted to me from my mum yesterday. It was handed to her from her friend who has loads of lovely stuff. It was originally for my niece, but she found it scary because it's a rather large bunny, so it's now mine. I still need to give it a name. Maybe the crafters can help me. I'm assuming it's a female bunny as it's pink, says Joti. So this is a bunny Telfie,
A bunny Telfie.
So any ideas what we could name Jotty's bunny? There we go.
I love it. Oh, I'm loving all of this. It looks like a thumper to me.
Oh, from Bambi?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But by the way, that means we have officially beaten the
I said I would be made up if we got more than 10, didn't I?
We've got an extra 3. My tablet is just having a funny moment here. Oh, here we go. There's Victoria. Now, this is brilliant. Victoria, we talk about random places that you watch us. So we've had the treadmill, we have had the elliptical trainer. She's getting a tattoo and watching Crafters TV. So,
that
Victoria,
is brilliant. Victoria, you definitely win this one today.
You've won that. And then a couple more. M's Telfie is of her bookworm.
Nice. Loving the colouring, loving the colouring.
And then one final one, and this is a selfie from Sidmouth, Despina, Sidmouth. It's where my sister-in-law lives. There we go. Brilliant. Absolutely love that. Smashed it, everybody. Thank you for all the selfies. We've got 5 minutes left, Sarah. How are you doing?
Right, okay. I'm going to get I'm going to do a little bit of inking around the outside, right? I just went round the outside with a little bit of grey, right? So if I pick this up, I want it subtle, right? So all I'm doing is a little bit of subtle inking around the outside there, just to give it that little bit of depth.
Right.
There we go. So a little bit of depth is looking good. And then I'm going to fold my card. Now I'm assuming you just keep going with the colouring bit. Oh, I've stuck my finger in the middle of his eye there. Whoops. It might need a little bit more glossy highlights on there. Where's my glossy highlights? We can do your card in the break between the shows, Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll stick it together.
Show everybody and make it Saturday.
I might even be able to do it. You never know.
So you never know. You never know. You've got 4 minutes left, mate. Right. Here we go. So let's have a little look. So let's just go like that and make a mess over there, but it's fine. Right.
Fine, yeah.
So I'm going to pop this in here, and I'm just going to do a nice 4-inch card. So it's like a tall, thin one. And there we go. Right. And then I am going to mat and layer. So my card to mat and layer on the front would be less than 4 inches, so it would be 3 3/4.
Oh, I haven't done his app.
By, what is it, about 8 1/4? If that's 8 1/4, it would be 3 3/4 by 8. Just cut a little smidgen off the end. How are you looking? You are looking like you are okay. I'm going to cut a tiny little bit extra off there. Right, and then I love how I'm now pushed for time.
I know, it's so funny.
I mean, the irony of all of this is not wasted on me, guys. I'm not going to learn.
It's gone completely the other way. Nobody saw this coming, did they?
Nobody saw it.
Saw this coming.
Right. Oh, do you know what I think we should do?
What's that?
Give my card away that I make.
We're going to give it away?
Yeah, but we should have been giving people time. I think all the people who've had a Telfie, right?
Oh, we choose someone from the Telfie list?
Why don't we choose someone from the Telfie list? And you've still got time. Take a Telfie, send it in to Make It Saturday, and we'll choose the winner in Make It Saturday. How's that sounding, right?
Another winner, yeah.
Right, so, I need this, so we need another, because I'm going to do another bookmark. Right. So, I'm just going to cut this so that I've got like a little bit of a shadow. My amazing bookmark.
Yeah.
Fit on there. You are.
Christine's loving the technique of the grey first and then the colour. She says that is cool. And Lynn says, I did get up and I started the craft along. That's good news. And like we say, you can always come back a little bit later on and finish it all off then, can't you? That's what it's all about.
So let's have a little bit of nice paper in the background. Right, so what did I say this was? 3, in fact, I'm just going to mark it. Mark it with a little bit of a pencil. Right, so you are going to go like this. Right.
I think we're probably going to go slightly over here.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's all right. It's Saturday.
It's Saturday. We make it on a Saturday.
We do make it on a Saturday.
Right.
It's not Rush It Saturday.
Exactly. It's Make It Saturday. Right. So you are nice, which means that you also need cutting to that sort of space like that. Yep. And how much do I need? About there. Right. Does anybody else mark their paper like this instead of actually measuring it?
Just for days when you can't actually be that fussed to do the measurements.
Yep, can't be that fussed. It's all right, it's close enough.
Craig sometimes does that, doesn't he, with these...
Does he?
With these mats and layers for his sentiments.
I feel a little bit better. If Craig does it, it must be all right then. Right, okay, right. So, I'm going to go... right.
Pop your glue on. Say hi to Catherine who's joined. She says, I haven't done colouring since making Christmas cards, so I've been colouring a worm that didn't stamp so well to get the practice in.
Yes!
And our Rachel says, yeah, mats and layers with my thumbnail all the time. Yes, if you can't be bothered to measure it out, making a quick card, that's a really good way to go with it, I think. But we've done it, you know. Sarah's pretty much finished the project. She's there, and as I say, ye of little faith, she's gone over the hour.
Who would have ever thunked it? She's gone over the time.
Yeah, there's me going, ye of little faith. It was actually me who had the little faith, so that will teach me in future. You can come back and do another craft along whenever you like, Sarah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Nice to know I'd be welcomed back with open arms, as it was.
We've enjoyed it.
Right, hang on, if we're going for it, we're now going for it, aren't we? So I need to do a little bit on here.
Record numbers still. I'm just looking at how many are watching on Facebook. Are you all coming back later on? I hope you are for Make It Saturday. Just as we're watching Sara, Sizzler deals this afternoon. Believe me, you will not want to miss when I call out things like the Modern Man collection and I call out things like the Layout collection. You will want to jump in and grab them. We've also got a fantastic deal on your classic pens as well. We have got our Make It Saturday goodie bag. That is stocked full of absolute bargains. You'll be able to see that go live just before the show. We've also got brilliant deals on storage, Violet Studio goodies, and we've got a lovely selection of £10, $10 deals. And as far as the show's concerned, don't forget, we'll be crafting from the goodie bag. Sarah's got her craft clinic as well. So it's all on flower forming today, which I think is a really good one to do. Very different. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, we do a lot of glue schools and ink pads and, you know, all the different pens and cardstock and whatnot. I feel like we haven't done a flower forming 101 for a while. So get ready for that. Any questions, fire them in. We're relying on you to get those questions going. If not, I shall be asking lots. We've also got Sara showing us how to make a beautiful bouquet of flowers and your chance to vote on the demo of the week, which we will replay towards the end of the show. So there's lots to go with on that show. And if you join in and you message along in the show, you could be winning a voucher. We've got two £10 vouchers to give away. So plenty of reasons to make it Saturday with us in around about an hour's time. Bit of 3D glue there, Sara.
Bit of 3D glue. I'm going to stick my little bookworm on. Oh, I wanted you more like that. You more like this. And then all I need to do is stick a little bit of ribbon at the top, and I'll be good to go. So
look at that.
Yeah.
Perfect. And I feel more than anything as well with this craft along, it's been nice to sort of learn the technique with the masket tape as well. If you haven't got that, I'm assuming, is that in stock, producer Nicola? The masket tape. We'll just have a little double check to see. So if you want to try that technique, then you can. Worst case scenario, if we haven't, it is in stock, so that's good news. It's in new packaging, so it might look just a little bit different, but if you search for masket tape, then you will be able to jump in and grab that and try all of the techniques that Sara has shown you today. We've gone so long on the show, Sara. Tracy's worried and she's brought us a hot drink. She's wondering what's going on. She's like, you should have finished 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
What he's doing, like, man?
Look at me card, Tracy, doesn't it look good? Wonderful. Said with not a hint of sarcasm in the slightest.
There you go.
Woo. Sarah's first ever craft along.
Smashed it.
Smashed it, yes. And I will see you in 55 minutes' time for Make It Saturday.
Yeah. You've eaten into our lunch break there, Sara. Unbelievable. Thank you for watching, everybody. As we've been saying, if you have done the craft along, if you're doing the craft along, make sure you tag us in the I'm a Crafter's Companion group if you're popping it there. And if you want to, you can send it in to us to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we might try and show as many as we can during Make It Saturdays, which is coming up, yes, in just less than an hour. So until then, thanks for watching. Make sure you come back. It's going to be an amazing show. We'll see you in just a little bit. Bye for now.